Hi everyone, welcome to the last day of introductions for the Mama Elephant June 15th release. This is Rena. Today we are playing with Around the Campfire, another fun set illustrated by Ada Zamora. Also, remember to leave a comment for a chance to win a prize from Mama Elephant. I love all the little critters in Ada Zamora's sets, and my favorite one is the little bunny with the ukulele, but I also really love the raccoon laying down looking at the stars. Here's a look at the coordinating dies for Around the Campfire, and also a new Creative Cut set. This is Stardust Trail Cover. I love the little stars that it cuts out. We're going to first start out and color in the images using Copic markers. I've used the My Favorite Things Extreme Hybrid Black ink on Nina 110 paper. I will put the list of Copic markers that I used down in the description box below, but as always, feel free to use whatever colors you like. I'm coloring in this tent in E30 and E31. I colored two other tents in a green G40 and G43, and B21 and B23 in blue. For this raccoon here, I love him so much. He is so adorable. I used the warm grays W00, W1, W3, and W5. And this stamp set is also giving me Animal Crossing vibes with the telescope and the moon and the tents and the tree stump. I've been trying to use some darker colors and it's a little bit harder for me. So this one, I believe I used E25 and E27. And the thing that I discovered is if you want like something to look lighter, you have to add like really dark shadows. So I also colored the tip of his nose in E50 just to lighten that part up of his face. I also feel like the stamp set came with a lot of images. I haven't counted them, but I was able to make 3 different cards with all of the images. I did double up on the campfire and the tents because I thought that each of the cards needed at least a campfire and a tent. I also repurposed most of the colors that I've used in the first 3 videos just because they were on top of my desk and I was coloring some similar critters. So it was just easy enough to grab the colors that I've been already using. So for this bunny, I want him to be a white color. So he'll be in W00 and W1. I always like to make the pads of the feet a little bit darker, and that is W7. I love this little ukulele here. I colored the body of the ukulele in E23. For the little campfire, I used a YR04, YR02, and E13 and E15 for the logs. I've been really loving using E11, E13, and E15 for everything. Here's a look at Stardust Trail cover, and I love the little cutout stars and the mountains and the little hills. I decided to do some ink blending here, and I made like my own masks with the stencil material that I bought on Amazon, and it made it really easy to mask off the mountains and the sky. So I keep my masks with my dye. So all my dyes are stored in these like plastic envelopes. So I just add those masks into the plastic envelope along with the dyes. So the next time I want to use it, I don't have to recut the masks again. And I like the stencil material because you can just wipe the ink off and you can reuse it. The sky, I'm using Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just ink blending it on top of where the cutout stars are, and I'm leaving the top part in white. And then for the mountains and the hills, I used 3 different Distress Oxide inks because I'm making 3 different cards and I wanted to see which one I liked best. So I used one old paper, and that kind of has like a green tint to it. Antique Linen Distress Oxide ink, and also the tea dye Distress Oxide ink. I had a lot of critter images, so I decided to split it up into 3 different cards, and it was more than enough. I doubled up on the campfires and the tents, and I also used the banner greetings dies. I love these sentiments. They're really nice, and I love what the sentiments say, and I like how you can customize it because you can cut it out in different different colored cardstock colors. Also, you can cut them out in white and ink blend them to whatever color you want, and that will probably make it easier to match up to the colors in your card. Now that the card fronts are finished, I'll be adhering them to card bases. As I was adhering them, I thought that the card needed something more, so I was trying to figure out what I could add. So I decided to use some of the banner greetings. I had cut out a bunch of them because each set that you cut out has 12 different greetings. So I cut them out in different colors, so I had just a bunch to work with. So I thought I would add another layer of sentiments, and I really liked how that filled up the space. I also had the stars that I cut out from Midnight Cover, which was last month's release, and it's just a set of 4 little stars, and I added them on around the sentiments, and I really liked how that finished off the card. Okay, we have one more stamp set. This is Follow Your Dreams. This was lettered by Paula Esteron, and I really love these Mama Elephant sentiment sets where there's a large sentiment, and this does have the coordinating die for that large sentiment, and it also has these secondary sentiments at the bottom also. I'm going to stamp out that larger sentiment, Follow Your Dreams, in 2 colors. Follow Your will be in kind of an orange color. This is the Stamp Market ink cubes, and I'm using salmon for the orange color. And for the red color, Dreams, I'm using Cherry Kisses. It was nice that I was able to stamp out Dreams in a different color without masking anything. You just have to be super careful, and you'll be able to do it without a mask. Here's what Follow Your Dreams looks like when you use the coordinating die to cut it out, and it looks incredible. I decided to pull out Hillside Cover. This is a oldie but goodie. I love this cover die. It just cuts out these simple waves, and I always use this die because it's really nice. You can make them hills, or you can just make them whatever color you want. I wanted to match the color of the sentiment, so I'm using Tattered Rose Distress Oxide ink on the little hills. I'm using that stencil material that I got from Amazon as the mask, and that worked out really well. Usually I'll use like a different piece of paper, and I feel bad because I throw it away. You can't really reuse it. So I like that. I like using that stencil material because I can just use it again and again, and I don't have to keep cutting like a new mask. I have all of these images that I haven't used, that I didn't use on projects, all over my craft room. And I just picked up these two. They were inside my drawer. And I loved how it matched the sentiment. So the mushrooms are from Dandelion Wishes, and the hedgehog is from Happy Hedgehog, I believe. I'm just stamping out that secondary sentiment. This one says, congratulations, I am proud of you. And then once I have the placement, I'll go ahead and adhere the Follow Your Dreams die cut. So now that that card front is done, I'll be adhering it to a card base, and I will be calling that card done. So just a friendly reminder, the release drops on June 15th. Also, Mama Elephant will be taking a summer break, July and August, and their next release will be their big September anniversary release. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day. Stay safe, happy crafting, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.